Buongiorno signor Kirkby, SAP. Come tutti ci sapete, mi chiamo Daniella.
E io sono Sylvia. Il compito era pianificare una vacanza in Italia. Andiamo!
Over 24 days, we'll explore many unique cities and towns.
Roma, Pompei, Costiera Amalfitana, Napoli, Firenze, Pisa, Rio Maggiore, Manarola, Corniglia, Vernazza, Monterosso al Mare, e Venezia. On English? Rome,
Pompeii,
Amalfi Coast,
Naples,
Florence,
Pisa,
Rio Maggiore,
Manarola,
Corniglia,
Vernazza,
Monterosso al Mare,
and Venice.
We will find wonders that can only exist in this amazing country.
Italy!
Before we leave Sydney and hop into a plane, we must find the right flight that will take us to Italy. After searching the web, we have booked a flight. We will be traveling with Emirates, a travel airline with a generous baggage allowance, free Wi-Fi, and a personal widescreen TV for each passenger on board. We will arrive after 22 hours and 5 minutes. We will leave the Sydney airport at 6 a.m. and arrive at our destination at 4:05 Sydney time or 8:05 Roman time. This is the shortest and the best route to Italy we could find. The return trip altogether will cost $8,201.53 as we are getting the first class package, the Flex Plus. Yay! Andiamo, let's go! We have arrived. Already? Yes, we are finally staying in the beautiful city of Rome. It's currently the 1st of August and we will be staying in Rome until the 6th.
Sounds good to me. Cha-ching.
Let's check into our hotel. Hotel Villa San Pio. This is a 4.6-star highly popular hotel, which we have already booked in advance, and it was very smart of us, because we are very tired. Surrounded by lush greenery, this elegant villa hotel is located 1.6 kilometers from the Colosseum, 2.3 kilometers from the Pantheon, and 4 kilometers from Peter's Basilica, all of which we will be seeing later. This fabulous hotel usually costs $204 a night, but luckily, there is a 21% discount at the time of booking, which makes it $160. Unfortunately, they do not have a restaurant included, but there is luckily one nearby for dinner. Al Gratina del 1936 is a fantastic restaurant that is rated 4.4 stars. They serve excellent pizza, excellent pasta, have very good service, and an average meal costs approximately €20, which is only approximately $30. Cha-ching! It is very popular with tourists, but you typically have to wait up to 15 minutes to get a seat. But previous customers say it is worth the wait.
Food was qui, tu arrive, the chefs could best inducing flour to their workstation and of course, to top it off, an accordion player stood outside performing for a few patrons. Totally Roman, totally Italian, what a buzz. Food was qui, tu arrive, the chefs could best inducing flour to their workstation and of course, to top it off, an accordion player stood outside performing for a few patrons. Totally Roman, totally Italian, what a buzz.
Today for dinner, we will be having... I think I'll just have some olive cream bruschetta, fried mozzarella, tomato and basil pasta for €16.50. And Sylvia has lost her voice, but I think she would enjoy the same things as I do. So make that 2, please. Coming right up. That was delicious. But our night is yet to end. We are going on a nighttime tour of the Colosseum. It is 9:05 p.m. Our tour guide is here at Piazza Venezia. She is a lovely Italian lady named Francesca. We will leave at 9:20 p.m. and our tour guide will finish at approximately 11:50 p.m. outside the Colosseum. The tour will cost $126 per person for the 2.5 hours, and people say it is worth every cent. We are going to learn about the ancient ruins of the Roman Forum, seen from the Piazza del Campidoglio, and enter the Colosseum once the daytime crowds have disappeared. We will visit the arena's secret underground chambers, which are closed to most of the public, and stand where the gladiator once stood many centuries ago. Impressive, isn't it? It's amazing walking around a building built almost 2,000 years ago, imagining what it must have been like then. The crowd, the wild animals, the gladiators fighting one another. Brilliant. Next, we'll head below ground to explore the chambers, where wild animals were held and gladiators prepared for their fights. This section of the Colosseum is only open to a selected number of visitors each day. The Piazza del Colosseum is a place where you can travel 2,000 years back. We absolutely love it. I think this should be made a wonder of the world. Actually, it already is. It is quite amazing how it was built thousands of years ago and still stands strong and proud in the Roman landscape. We luckily got such an amazing chance to learn so much about Roman history. We can't share all of it with you, so we have made a folder for you about it. New day, new adventure. We have to rush to get to our cooking lesson at Daniella's cooking school by 9:30. What a coincidence! Daniella going to Daniella's cooking school. Yay! The class will begin with a visit to Rome's famous Testaccio market, where we learn about traditions of Roman food and select the fresh ingredients for the cooking lesson. I'm getting this huge mushroom. It's a short walk from the Testaccio market to Daniella's home for a hands-on cooking class. In her kitchen, we will discover how to prepare traditional dishes from Rome and southern Italy. Chef Daniella will teach us how to cook stuffed fried zucchini, tiramisu, and pizza. Let's make sure we can cook something for 6B and Sydney for B and Sydney. Buon appetito! What will we find next, Sylvia? Maybe at Sylvia's hotel? I don't know. Maybe? Well, we better hurry as we have to get to a tour of the Vatican City by 3:15 p.m. First, we have to walk down the road to the Terme di Cartiane La Malfa bus stop and get on the bus 715 and ride until we get to Gressa. We must hop off the bus and get onto the next bus, number 81. We must ride until we get to Risorgimento, hop off and walk the rest of the way to the Vatican Museum, where our tour guide will meet us. As we are going on a Vieta VIP tour, we will get permission to visit rooms of the Vatican Museum that are usually closed to the public, and we'll go inside the Sistine Chapel after hours, when it's only open for a small group limited to 15 people. We also have the opportunity to gaze at Michelangelo's famous ceiling fresco. In addition to secret sites like the Room of Gold, we'll also visit public galleries like Raphael's rooms. It's a great museum with lots of amazing historical art and sculptures, a place steeped in rich history. We were there for a few hours and barely scratched the surface of the art collections. Our guide said you could easily spend a week and still miss vital pieces. The tour cost $581 for the 4 hours, but previous customers say it is worth the money.
This was by far the one tour I would say you absolutely cannot miss if you were in Rome.
It is 7:15 p.m. and we still have to get back to our hotel, but the bus thing was a little confusing as we had planned it in advance in Australia, so I guess we'll just hire a nice cab. It's far more easier compared to using the bus technique. We are back at our hotel, but dinner is approaching. I guess now we need to find a nice restaurant for dinner. We'll go to Ristorante Al Pelios, a 4.5-star restaurant not too far away. This is the menu in English and in Italian. Next day. Good morning, buongiorno. Today we are going to taste Rome itself. It's 30 degrees Celsius, so we won't be needing a jumper while we explore Roman food. We are going on a food tour of Rome to get samples from the beaten track with taste of delicious fried artichokes, gelato, cured salami, and pizza bianca. It's time to go to Villa Borghese, a grand 17th century house with gardens and the biggest green space in Rome. It contains a number of buildings, museums, and attractions. Here is a map of the Villa Borghese. It is quite complex, so we have pre-planned a route for us. For dinner, we are going to a very old seafood restaurant called Pier Luigi. Here is the menu. Good morning. Today we are going to Confeitaria Moriondo e Galilico. This shop is a confectionery store, and they sell only handmade chocolates. We will stay there for an hour and explore the sweetness of Rome. before going to a superb gelateria, Gelasoa Gelateria.
We'll walk down the road to Cafe Liberty Alberto. This little cafe sells a wide variety of pastries and drinks.
It is 1 o'clock and next we are going to a cat sanctuary. It will take us 17 minutes to get there by cab and we'll stay at the sanctuary for about an hour.
Known as Largo de Torre Argentina, and it was excavated as part of rebuilding efforts in 1929, revealing 4 temples.
After the site was excavated, Rome's feral cats have moved in immediately, as they do all over the city, and the gattare, or cat ladies, began feeding and caring for them.
It is the oldest chocolate company from Rome, and it is the best. We've had so much chocolate. It was amazing. It's 34 degrees and we are renting a car as we are going to Bazzano Beach Day. It is 2 hours away. The only negative is that we would have to pay to enter the beach. For lunch we will go to Little Alta Maria Cafe, and for dinner we will go to a nice restaurant called Blue Lagoon Bay, not too far away.
We will leave Rome in the morning. Ciao! We are in Naples. We got here by taxi and it took us 2.5 hours. We will stay here for a while and look around.
Did you know pizza was invented in Naples and dates back to 1860? Check our folder for more Italian.
We have arrived at Pompeii, the city once buried under meters of ash and pumice. We will stay in this city for 2 hours, as recommended by some tour agencies.
Our 2 hours are up, but that was a very memorable experience. Our next stop for today will be the Amalfi Coast, where we will stay until the 9th of August. See you there in an hour.
Ciao! Again! We are now in the one and only Amalfi Coast. It is 6:07 p.m. We have been driving all day, so why don't we go and check into our hotel, Casa Pendola, with an amazing view of the sea. This hotel is rated 4.9 stars and will cost us $115 a night. For dinner, we are going to a restaurant called Restaurant La Selva di Fusco Antonio. This restaurant is the highest rated restaurant nearby. It will take us 7 minutes to get there. Here we are. There is a wide variety of food to choose from, but I'll get a pizza calzone and a lemon tart. And Sylvia will get the seafood pasta and tiramisu. Yum! As Sylvia is getting the pasta, let us tell you a fun fact. Pasta originates way back to the 4th century. For more facts, see our folder after the presentation. Today, we are going on an 8-hour cruise with a private tour guide. We will explore the beauty of Amalfi Coast with this private tour of the famous coastline, plus a trip to Capri. Cha-ching! We will see some magnificent sights on the way from Amalfi Coast to Capri. We will pass Gali Islands and go through the stunning Bru Grotto. We will depart at 9:30 a.m. and will finish at 5:30 p.m. The tour is quite expensive, sitting at $2,241.94 per person. See you after the cruise. It is 5:30 now. I have heard that there is a fishing market just 1 hour and 9 minutes away from here. Let's go! We can explore the market once we get there and have a seafood dinner. Look, we are already here. Let's go exploring. There are so many different species of fish. Best of all is that the produce is all very fresh and delicious.
I am a goldfish, bloob bloob.
Whoa! Look at this fish, Sylvia! It's ginormous! Let's keep exploring.
That was an amazing experience. All that fish has made me hungry. We will go to a restaurant called Albergo Bellevue Serene e Villa Pompeiana. Today we are going to another market, There might be a thunderstorm today, so I think we should get there before any bad weather sets in. Come on, Sylvia.
Come on, vámonos. Everybody, let's go. Come on, let's get to it. I know that we can do it.
The street market in Amalfi is held weekly on Wednesday mornings down by the port. It is a year-round weekly ritual where locals gather to buy everything from fresh produce to inexpensive clothing and household items. Next, we will go to the Amalfi Cathedral, a 9th century Roman Catholic cathedral in the Piazza del Duomo, Amalfi, Italy. Such an impressive entrance, Sylvia, don't you think? And it was well worth the visit for the impressive marble facades and the atmosphere. The cloisters are also worth a small 3 hours entrance fee for a step back in time. The whole edifice reveals layers of discovery that goes right back in time. Hey, I think it's time for lunch. There's a sandwich shop nearby. It's called Asquarella Panini e Panuozzi. Oh no! The thunderstorm is coming. We must get back to our hotel immediately. It is already 6 o'clock. Meanwhile, we have played miniature chess, tenku, and indoor handball. The rain is easing up a little, so let's go and have dinner. We are going to Picchio Rosso, an Italian restaurant. It is 7 o'clock now, so we have to get ready as we are going to see the Amalfi musical. We better look our best, so we have to go buy some pretty clothes. Hopefully we do not get drenched by the storm. We are here!
Ti racconterò una storia di amore e lealtà. Si squarcia il cielo blu, si allineano le stelle, si innalzano le vele di questa civiltà. Due lampi in mezzo al blu dividono la notte, disegnano le rotte della nostra libertà. Siccardo ha cambiato ogni cosa, ha rubato la nostra memoria, i ricordi, le idee, i pensieri, gli amori, i sorrisi e le lacrime. E di più della nostra libertà, è la nostra vita, è la vita. E di più,
Whoa, that was amazing! We better get going. Bye, Amalfi! We'll arrive in Naples in just under an hour 30 to check out our car and fly over to Florence, where we will stay for 2 days. See you there! We have returned our car and we are ready to board the plane. See you after the flight! We have touched down in Florence and have checked into our 5-star hotel, La Maison du Sage. It costs $347 a night and we will be staying there for 2 nights before heading off to Pisa. We have also arrived at the Florence Town Tours and Newsstands, located in Piazza della Repubblica, for a bike tour of Florence! The tour has started. We are now passing the Uffizi Gallery, Brunelleschi's Dome, and Pitti Palace. It is great to have a tour by bike, plus we get exercise. Boy, I wish 6B and Senior Kirkby were here. We are currently pedaling past Palazzo Vecchio and across the Piazza della Signora. Now we're going over Ponte Vecchio. I've heard there are nice jewelry shops there. We must come back later and see the tour just finished. Let's go back to our hotel.